Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob the Rob's Learning Knives. We have a very special unboxing. This is unboxing number 7 of 8. Some knives loaned to me from Sever 7. Derek, really cool guy, allowed me to check some knives out. I don't know what's in here. We're going to check this out together and find out. But let's take a look at this. What do we got in here? All right, so a cool bag. Looks like it's probably made overseas. All right, we got a knife. Do we have any paper and work in there? It's kind of a cool looking knife for sure. All right, this is the Chox Flying Snow at Aurora Blades. Oh, another Aurora Blades knife. What does it say? I couldn't quite read it. It says this version is sold out. Others are $3.99 production. It's a production knife by Aurora Blades. Okay, so overseas, made in China, about $400 for something like this. I don't know if this one would have been $400. Definitely have some anodization going on there on these titanium. I love the frag pattern. It's not super sharp. Now, one thing that I've noticed, immediately, there's no clip. I have an issue with that, no clip. It would be a no-go for me. So if you have to have a clip, if there's no clip, then this is a no-go knife, right? So immediately, unless it did come with a clip and he just took it off, no-go for me, right? That's the first thing. But interesting, we can still look at the design because maybe there's a version that has a clip and you can buy a version with a clip. So first of all, love the scale. I think it's cool. It is sharp and edgy. I wish people would soften that out. This reminds me, you know, Aurora Blades. I did check out a couple of the other knives and they were always very sharp and edged. Kind of like when you deal with Tuya knives always has not a lot of finishings. They always have these sharp edges and people don't care about that. It seems they don't think it's a big deal, but it is for long-term fidgetability and comfort. And it's the difference between, and I found this, it's interesting, when you find more ergonomically little details like that, those are knives that seem to make it into people's collections and stay there longer and people carry more often. When they're not as like that, they tend to kind of fade away. And so my first thing is, boy, look at that. I am literally scraping nails right off. If I do that too much, I'm going to go into my flesh. This is sharp, crazy sharp. So immediately, whoa, right? That's the first thing. The flipper looks interesting. We'll have to see how that works. The thumb studs look very interesting. We'll have to see how those work. They don't look comfortable, first guess. We are dead nut centered. Again, this flipper thing is really going to bother me. I have a feeling that's going to be hard to manipulate. Flipper is really important for me. So let's do the flip. Okay. Oh, it's a recurve. Oh, I'm not a recurve fan. Yeah, this is not a knife I would ever go out in my way to purchase. So, but if you're a recurve fan, there you go. There you go. Definitely not going to be something. I typically never get a recurve. I'm not a fan of them. I just don't like recurves, period. It is a clip point. It's got a nice wedge on top. I think it's supposed to be a Tonto. It does have a little point right there. Can you see that? Right there, there's a little point. So it's technically a Tonto recurve clip point. Okay, all right. We got, let's see here. We got the radius milling chamfering. I don't like that. It's too sharp. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. Whew. We'll see if we do a review of this one. I don't know. This one is like, got a lot of things not going for it. So I might just do some measurements on this, and this will be my one experience because I don't have much else to add to it. So yeah, let's just weigh it. For the heck of it, we're just going to weigh it because I'm not going to do a review on this one. I can already tell you that I really don't want to do a review on this. My first impressions are just not very good. Okay, so what do we got here? 4.4 ounces. It's a pretty chunky, heavy knife. But I mean, it is titanium. Let's see how it goes. Let's look at the inside again. Do we have any weight relief? No weight relief. Big old scales on the outside. I don't think that's zirconium. I think it's just anodized titanium. Let's just double check. Yeah, definitely no. It's just a pivot. Oops, the pivot is a steel. All right, so let's do some measurements real quick. Just kind of get a feel of how big this knife is. This one is 7 1/4 inches. Okay, all right, 7 1/4 inches. Let's look at the overall handle length area. We're dealing with about 3.5. You could pseudo choke up 3 1/4. You have just over 3 1/8. Cutting inch is about 3 1/4, maybe almost 3 yeah, it's 3 1/8 to 3 1/4. All right, large hands with big meaty fingers. I'm right at the edge, right at the edge. I have a little room. I can't really, sort of, maybe, it's not really comfortable choke up. So yeah, I mean, this is your limit. I'm right, if I just do a regular grip, I'm right at the edge. I'm right at 4 fingers, but that's it. No larger than that. It is very heavy. It still bothers me, no clip. I really hope it had a clip. I'll try to see if I look on their website and see if they have clips, but I will tell you, thumb studs are not comfortable. Not a fan. They're pretty tight and they're not comfortable. They're not step milled. They're really tight to get in there. These are thumb studs that would, after a while, would rip my thumb and be not comfortable. So that's the first thing. Let's do the flipper. Okay, well, let's try that again. All right, so if I do light switch, it works. Let's do the push button. Okay, nope. Let's try it again. Push button. Nope. Definitely not a push button. It lends to, you think it's a push button, right? But it's not. So even though it looks like it's a push button, let's do that again. No. If you push hard, yeah, if you push hard, but then it kind of pushes you to light switch. So it's like an in-between light switch. And if I do a real hard light switch, you can get a somewhat decent presentation. The thumb studs, thumb studs definitely can get you a stronger deployment. But man, it's so edgy everywhere. So many edges. Wow, wow, that chamfer, that radius. Just a personal preference, okay? I'm a big anti-fan of radius milling on a chamfer. I 9 out of 10 times despise that. And if I know it has that, I'm not going to buy the knife. I'm not going to buy the knife. And it's going to give me bad vibes when I review the knife, just to be straight up, because they're uncomfortable. It's sharp. It doesn't lend to big meaty fingers. It's meant for like little itty bitty bony fingers or something. And I don't have little bitty bitty bony fingers. So, you know, if you got big hands, you got big meaty fingers, you know, just keep that in mind. It does kind of catch in there, but the thing I found, after a while, it starts to cut into your place. And I tell you, I have to put my whole thumb, squeeze it down to disengage it. And then I got to make sure I clear the detent. Where are we cleared? We're right here. We're cleared on the detent right there. Not bad action. It's decent. Must be caged ceramic ball bearings. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's measure that blade stock thickness. Just kind of give it an idea. We'll see what we're at. 142,000. It's a big, fat blade. It's a big old blade. That's for sure. It's a big old fat one. It's got a big old blade on there. So there you go. Not a thin one. Is it a hollow grind? Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. I need something flat to measure that with. Do I have a ruler? Not really. I really don't. Yeah, it's a hollow grind. It's definitely a hollow grind. Okay. It's very light hollow grind, but definitely hollow grind. But a thick old blade, big, thick swedge up there, comes out to a point there, and oh yeah. If you wanted one of these knives to be a flint, you know, for a flint starter, I mean, this is great. You're gonna be able to shred that flint stick. You might shred it really fast, but you can still use it. Very sharp up there on the top. A lot of this, I gotta be honest with you, it feels like a 2U knife. That's my first impression. This feels like a 2U knife. I could be wrong, but that's the impression I get on this one. Yeah, it's hard for me to get the flick because I don't have the clip. I gotta grab the scale just perfectly, and otherwise it feels like it's gonna slip out of my hand. So interesting knife, backspacer, sharp edges. Yeah, there you go. If you like a knife without a clip, you like sharp edges, you know, you like a recurve, there you go. That could be for you. I will tell you, this would never make my recommended, and it would never make my favorites for sure. And I would never recommend this knife. That's just my 2 cents on it. It's interesting. It's cool to check out. I love this. I think it has potential. Wish they had different. I wish they had the thumb studs they had on the other one from Aurora blades. That one was really cool. I don't like these thumb studs. I really don't. I don't like the lock bar. Don't like the chamfering in there. Don't like the sharp edges. I don't really like the flipper too much. I mean, it works, but it's like, see, yeah, and that's the problem. You got to really get a good presentation on there. Yeah. So if I just push down, yeah, you can't push down really. So it is what it is. All right, so that's my impression. You know, I figured I wasn't gonna love every knife. Definitely an experience. I think if this was a prototype, I would tell them what things they need to fix on there or what I would love to see on there, but it's not. It's a production knife. Don't know if the other ones are any differently. We'll have a link down below. It's interesting. That's all I can say. It's interesting. I love this pattern. That's cool. And that's about it. So there you go. All right. If you have the knife and you love it, awesome. Don't let my not liking it stop you from loving your knife. Buy what you love and love what you buy. It doesn't mean you have to love what I love. I'm not going to love what you love all the time, right? We may agree on some things, but we're not always going to love what each other loves, right? And that's totally cool. Derek may love this knife. This may be a favorite of his. I don't care for it. I would never buy it. And I hope he doesn't get offended, but that's my opinion of this knife. He may absolutely love this for other reasons, and that's totally cool, right? But I'm not a fan of this. I feel like this knife has a lot of things it would fix. So if you're going to ask me, if let's say Aurora Blade said, hey, we're going to do a version 2, we want to fix this, get rid of the recurve. I dislike recurve. Recurve is liked by very few people. People think it's really cool. It's great for cutting. Great, but most people don't like them, okay? Second of all, this sort of harpoon, this almost looks like a Bowie blade, I'm not digging it. Very sharp edges on the blade, very sharp, not a lot of finishes, all sharp corners everywhere, sharp on the inside, sharp on the outside. These scales need to be chamfered. Put a clip on there. It desperately needs a clip. Fix the radius milled, and what I mean by radius, it's like a curve, like a part of a circle in there. It's not flat chamfered. You want a chamfered. You want not radius chamfering. You want a flat chamfering. This is more radius milled. It's like a circle, and it has sharp edges. It's not super comfortable to get into, right? I don't like that. Those are some things I think for that to fix. I love this idea, the scale. That's cool. That's a cool idea, and that's about it for me. So there you go. Yell at me, tell me I'm an idiot. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We don't have to agree. If you found this content fun, interesting, entertaining, or infuriating, please consider liking the video down below. Or maybe you dislike me further. It's fair, right? But maybe consider liking the video because I'm telling you my honest opinion, right? At least you can appreciate the fact that I'm being honest. So, you know, take it for what it is. But if you already if you like the channel already, maybe you enjoy some of the content I put together, maybe consider hitting subscribing as well. Subscribing and liking the channel, it really does help me out, produce more content, do more things for you guys. So thank you. And I appreciate you guys, to everyone out there who's a big contributor, a big part of this channel. I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. You do two amazing things. You encourage me. I don't do this full time, so I appreciate the encouragement. Remind me why I love knives, even when you have knives maybe you're not a fan of, and that's okay. That's how we learn. That's how we experience different knives, and I'm okay with that, right? Not every knife is going to be a home run for every particular buyer or enthusiast, right? You're going to find some knives that you just don't like. That's okay. So, a big thank you to the channel members for encouraging me while I go through that. Secondly, the other thing is you also, by your generous support, you allow me to do things way sooner than I ever thought I could, and I appreciate that. You allow me to do weekly Budget Banger giveaways. You allow me to check out knives, like borrow these knives and check them out from Derek. Appreciate him. You allow me to get subscriptions and things to like the software I use to process the videos. So big thank you for that. I appreciate that. A big shout out for that. So yeah, it's a big deal. So I want to do two things for you channel members. One, I want to give all new channel members a channel sticker and a thank you note. So if you've never asked or received a channel sticker, email me with your name and address. That kind of goes to anybody who's actively currently a member. 99% of the time when people ask for this, they're brand new channel members. But it could be a member who was a member all along and never asked, or someone who was a member and became a member again. If that's you, email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Secondly, I would also, if you happen to, if you're a channel member, you become eligible for the once a month members exclusive giveaway. So every week we have the Budget Banger giveaway, but that 1 week in a month we'll have two giveaways. The second one will be the members exclusive giveaway. It'll definitely be above a Budget Banger. I try to do $100 or more, something cool that either you'd want to receive or give as a gift. If any of that sounds interesting, there is a link down below in my description on how to be a member. I have 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. Don't ever feel obligated to be a member. Do it because you want to. If you do choose to become a member, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm humbled. I'm blown away. Thank you. But please don't ever feel like you have to. But if you do, thank you. All right. So thank you so much to you guys out there. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.